literally I'm about to get on and the power of my computer almost died because it wasn't plugged in, like Mercury retrograde for you. And look, all these technical problems, all these technical difficulties, same day that the market is tanking. That's not a coincidence, guys. I can sense when there's going to be a tank based on how much static, I call it static, Mercury static, if you will, how much like disruption there is in that moment or in that day. Like if there's a lot of it, I can sense that there's a big drop coming, that type of thing. They go hand in hand. So what I've done here, I sold my short leg of the straddle that I had put on just before retrograde. I sold the put leg there, doubled down on some calls, and then I actually opened up another straddle. I'm not supposed to trade during retrograde, but I couldn't help myself because I felt like I did. I was too early on the straddle. Part of that is there's no trade opportunity here, right? The trade card is nullified, so there's all decline, right? And then at the end of the day, we have the correlations to the Ace of Cups card. So it's at the end of the day, in the midst of this decline, that there's an opportunity to open up a long position. And tomorrow we probably have a lower low in the morning, or like it's probably the low in the morning or maybe midday here at the full card. Maybe both morning and then again. And that truce card goes interesting. Execute plans quickly. Yes. Okay. So yes. See, there's the rally here at the end of the day. Well, there's the Hanged Man card. It's a little tricky. This is why we don't trade during retrograde. But in any case, I'm still in the straddle. I made a lot of money on that short leg, and I opened up another straddle here. Basically, my calls are for the 30th. They expire on the 30th. And I use the opportunity of this decline here, especially here, guys. We've got correlations here at the end of the day to the Ace of Cups card. The Ace of Cups card is the opportunity in the midst of a notable decline to open up a long position. We do have a bearish card for tomorrow, so likely we have a down day tomorrow, or we open down, I should say. And then have another low midday. But then looks like probably overnight is when the rally starts. Oh wow. Okay, so the drop that we will see here towards the end of the day, it's likely like completely nullified. Oh my god, it's so loud. It's completely nullified, so likely like we open up higher, like the drop that we see on at the end of the day on the 14th, likely we open up like, and that's all like kind of like counteracts or fully retraced to the upside. See, because we've got this Prince of Wands here, nullified Hangman card, nullified, or excuse me, not nullified, but Hangman card here. So let's look at the 1 month. So hopefully people had a straddle on, because that would have made a lot of money today, like it did for me. There's a straddle that that's what you want. You want to see a big move, a big enough move that it counteracts the cost of both legs that you put on with the straddle, both directions. And that's what we got. Right, so tomorrow morning, likely, it looks like we probably have a reversal there. Alright, let's look at this Mercury retrograde stuff again. doesn't that line go away? It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I don't know why it doesn't go away, guys. It's not like I clicked it a million times. There we go. Jeez, maybe I did. All right, so vertical. My mouse doesn't seem to be working either. Definitely not a coincidence. Let's open up the 1 year, get those Mercury retrogrades. Hey, Philip. I don't know about a gap up. I don't think we're going to have a gap up. But I mean, again, this is why I don't trade during retrograde, because this is where I lose the money. But my sense is that so the art card, retracement, protection before luck runs out. And then we have execute plans quickly, right? So I think probably a gap down based on the bearish information that I'm seeing here. I don't think that art card is necessarily a retracement, because when the art card is a retracement, it's a move higher first and then a retracement to the downside. I've never seen the art card do the opposite, at least not yet. And you can see we're coming up on the bottom of we're coming up on the bottom of the RSI range, oversold territory, and that's on a 10-minute chart. I think just before the close, I'm probably gonna get out of. I mean, it's not getting out, but I'm thinking about rolling my short leg, so I'm taking money off the table, but still have money to the still have opportunity to the downside. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna roll my short leg out, take some money off the table, but still have opportunity to the downside, because I think we're gonna open lower tomorrow. So, and in the midst of these moves to the downside, part of why I'm keeping the put on the table is because I'm also opening up, like not opening up a leg, but I'm adding to the long legs. Like I've got 315. What do I have? Excuse me, not 315. I have 415, 425 calls expiring on the 30th, and I cost average down the 425 calls. That's why I've been keeping the puts on the table. So that art card, Philip, it could be a retracement of a move higher right before the close. That's probably what that is. You're right, the truce has a monthly correlation, so that's what these light blue colors mean. I've never really talked about them, I don't think, but the light translucent blue, those are cross time frame cross reading congruencies, if you will. So like tomorrow's truce card, right? On the 1 month, we've got the truce card tomorrow. So this is going to be a very significant price level that we meet. And then we've got all of these like high correlations here next week and at the end of this week. So really, like, I think it's a pretty good move what I did there to cost average down on the calls. Let's see. Do I want to do that more today? Tomorrow. Okay, today. So I think reversal early in the morning tomorrow or overnight. There's a notable reversal here, and there's a move higher, but it's interesting because we've got this. Let's see that full card. It's a full card of move higher. No. It's a really interesting reading tomorrow. Difficult to read. Oh wow, I didn't notice the clear kinetics. Okay, so this is definitely tomorrow's low. I'll definitely like want to be on the long side by the low tomorrow, like midday. Probably sell out of my puts first thing in the morning, and then open like cost average down any some of my calls tomorrow, like midday. It looks like we'll see tomorrow, but if there's a crest, as I foresee happening, then those calls are going to be a really good move. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that there's a pivot point on with the death card, but I don't really think. I think the pivot point is tomorrow, is my sense. See, the death card is on the 16th. And then it's next week. It looks like we have some moves to the upside. The Prince of Swords, by the way, I've seen a lot of bullish behavior from it recently. And I'm gonna roll that. I have a 390 put expiring on the 19th. I'm gonna roll. So this morning I had a 398 put. I sold that and rolled it, and it expired on the It was gonna expire on the 14th. I sold that and rolled out to the 390 September 19th puts. And now I'm gonna take off about half of that. Always double check and make sure you're not buying versus selling or doing the wrong, like triple check your trades if you're going to make a trade during retrograde. Should I just sell the put? No? What is going on here? I'm trying to determine what price level to do. Wow. Let's see here. Oh, okay. I know what I'm doing. Oh, is that what I'm doing? Let's see. I didn't do anything. Not yet. We've got 13 minutes. Right at the close. I'm just gonna leave it. There's too much static. There's too much static. I'm just gonna leave it. So I got a straddle right now. This is why I don't trade during retrograde. I still got my straddle. I'm gonna want to open up a long position right before the close, or like add to my long position, I should say, right before the close, and sell my puts tomorrow morning. And that'll keep me safe overnight. If we have a big move to the upside, awesome. If there's a drop first, as expected, I can sell that put for some money, and the calls won't hurt as much. Our stock's bullish in the beginning of October. Hey B, looking to invest in Amazon or Netflix? I would not invest in Amazon right now. I definitely would not invest in Amazon right now, B. Don't invest in Amazon right now. I wouldn't. Netflix. I'll look at Netflix in a sec. I'm kind of like distracted here. I think that's probably what I'll do. I'm going to do 388. Alright, so I took some money off the table. About half of what I had on the short side I took off. And I brought a closer expiration because I'm really just looking for a quick move tomorrow. If I don't, I took money off the table so I wouldn't lose as much. If there's no big move tomorrow, I took money off the table so I wouldn't take as big of a hit. The thing is I've loaded up on the long side, so I've got multiple 425 calls and some 415 calls, both expiring on September 30th. And so we either turn around like here in the last few minutes, this is like a turning point possibly, or we see one tomorrow. In either case, I'm set up for I'm set up like to sell if we do drop tomorrow morning, like I think like overnight, I sell my puts, and I'm still lined up for the long side. If we don't drop tomorrow as expected, then that put, I took money off the table, so I'm keeping some of the cash. I'm keeping basically the profit on the put the day trade that I did today. And I'm glad that I bought another one because it's already on its way up. All right, so now let's look at Amazon or Netflix real quick. I have readings coming out for October for these, I'm pretty sure. Let me look real quick. Sorry guys, I was super distracted. I've also had a tendency to close my positions way too soon during retrograde, which is why I'm adjusting rather than closing. It's still trading sort of, I guess, but I'm not dealing with like new positions per se, more just adjustments. It's still trading. I'm breaking my rule. It really is still trading. So my new assistant said that she did the accuracy rating for all of the dailies for last month, and I had they were all like 100% accurate except for one that was 91% accurate. All right, let's see. October. Yes, I have Netflix lined up for October. I have not done the markup for it yet. Amazon, however, I have done. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon, we have a recording for October. Let me see if it's actually posted yet or if it's scheduled. Yeah, it's scheduled. Why don't I just release it? I'll just release it for you. It's scheduled for the 21st. I'll just release it. So there you go, B. I just released the Amazon. RBLX is. I think I did a reading on that RBLX. Didn't I do? Did I do a reading on that for you, Philip? No. All right, man. See you later. I'll take a look at Starbucks and RBLX for 10 years. Yeah. Just add that. Make sure I got Starbucks on this list, because if it's not, it should be. Yes, it is on there. All right, so Boeing. I have to do. Really don't have a lot of readings on Boeing. I just have September done, but I can do I can do a 10-year. Let's see, do I have anything? Oh wait, I've got a 2023. Do I? Nope. So I'll likely what I'll do with Boeing is a 10-year and a 2023. Let me just highlight it. Alright, so Boeing's on the list. Hey Joe, appreciate it. Yeah, I made a ton this morning. It's been a good retrograde as far as that goes thus far. It took me so long to figure out how to not only trade the pattern of retrograde, but how not to fall victim to retrograde while trying to trade the pattern of retrograde. I mean, it took me like 15 years of losing and being right to figure out how to trade around it properly. But all right, so let's see. I want to take a look from. Sorry, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so my food was delivered to my lobby and they didn't bring up. Super pet peeve of mine. Does anybody else think that it's annoying when people don't deliver, if you live in a building and they don't deliver it to your apartment? Like, how lazy is that? It just seems so lazy to me. What reading is that from? Did I do a reading for Apple for October? I don't have it here. Oh, or is it based on the September sneak preview for October? Probably. Yeah, over a 10-year period, I don't think Apple was looking too hot, if my memory serves me correct. And that's from somebody who's been a huge Apple supporter for like since before the iPhone. I recommended, it was one of my first professional recommendations as a Wall Street broker, was Apple at $90 a month before the iPhone was released, the first iPhone. And I was a Wall Street broker with this guy, Tommy Belisis, who's like notorious. He's banned from the industry permanently. He's not allowed back. He's such a scumbag. He was my boss and I left, walked away clean. I wanted nothing to do with him. I could tell just by my instincts that he was an awful person. And so here he is, you know, I don't know, 15 years later or whatever it was, like he's banned from the industry. But long story short is he turns to me. This is somebody who like made it into the Wall Street movie. In the first scene, the bald guy, that was my boss in the movie Wall Street. That's my actual boss, and that's what he looks like. So he turns to me, he's like, I mean, do you really think, how much higher could Apple go? It's already at $90. Like, rode that to $1,600 before it split. And he was the pro. But I will tell you, my best, I think one of my best, Apple is one of my best. Tesla, I recommended at $20. I also recommended Solar City, which turned into Tesla. Yeah, so I'll do Boeing. I'm going to put RBLX on that list for Philip. And guys, if you've sent me money through Cash App for like the pay it back portion of the rule of karma, like that's really awesome, my friends. I really appreciate it. Like I've got a team of 5 people, so you know we got to make sure that they get food, they get to eat and whatnot. And that relies on me. So that's where that money goes. It doesn't even go to me. It goes to my team. Eventually, there'll be enough money for me. But in the meantime, when you run the business yourself, you're the last one to get paid when you start a startup. If you're a good entrepreneur, you're the last one to get paid. All right, so RBLX. And highlight that one. But anything else, guys, because I'm in the midst of doing these Octobers. They're going to start releasing very, very soon, if some of them haven't already. I've just been scheduling them. If you want to see them before they come out on the schedule, generally speaking, you got to go to the website tarotfortraders.com, and you get everything early release for $17 a month. It's another way to support the channel. Looks like we're getting a good retracement back here. Yep. That was that move to the upside in the last few minutes. I slightly adjusted the meaning of this card on all of these September readings and October. Like the placement of this card, not this specific card, but the placement here of the sneak preview card, I slightly adjusted the meaning of it to test it out, and it seems to be working pretty well. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to talk about it yet, but it's how I've been using it. It's looking pretty good. It'll be much more effective for the following day. So apples lined up. The October reading for apples lined up. All right, guys, anything else that you want to see or any questions that you want to ask? Oh, we were going to look at Amazon, right? So distracted today. Matter of fact, it does look like there's a bit of a rally in the midst of the. I mean, the overall theme is a big decline off of what seems to be an important crest or peak for Amazon. So, I would just go with what I recorded the reading for Amazon prior to retrograde, so I'm not going to say anything. I would say just watch the video, and that'll tell you everything you need to know about October's Amazon. All right, so August 20th to September 9th. Okay, so we have a U-shaped dip followed by a big drop and then a little bit of a retracement, right? So what we've got here is the retracement of the retracement followed by we should have a big move to the upside. Based on how on this price level, there's a very good chance that we're still going downward, guys. We'll see. We'll see where those highs are next week. Let me put the rest of these in. The 2nd and the 16th of October. We had this part so far, right? And then we should have, and if we're on a really strong decline still, then we won't really breach this price level here, and we'll do like another U. Oops. Right, so we had this. So hard to do this on a trackpad. So we had this move to the downside, right? It's almost a full retracement there, so we should see this move higher. If it goes to here, then we're gonna have kind of like an equidistant thing going on. We'll probably do something like this, but I don't foresee that happening. What I see for happen, like it's still the same pattern, but it's slanted downward, right? What I foresee happening because we're on a very bearish kind of over energy, if you will. is that we're gonna have something like this. That's too squished. Like that. And if we do that, if we end up at this line and we're like below this, we're below like 410-ish, 411-ish, when we hit the 3rd of October. If we're below that price level, or we're not, if we're well below it, especially like if we're right on the borderline, maybe not. But if we're below it, like a notable amount, then chances are that this is going to be a really, really big drop here in the post. I mean, there'll be a big drop, but it'll be below this, if that happens. Now, if at the second we end up with a price level that's up here, that's a different story. We'll likely revisit the lows here. But again, guys, that's not what I see happening. What I see happening is we're like a slanted reverse version of this, and then another version of this. So like it'll go like this. Go much lower, it might not go as low, like, but the fact is that if this shows me like really strong bearish tendencies rather than more like sideways, chances are we're gonna have that big strong drop there. Anyhow, that's where I'm at, guys. I'm gonna do some readings, so look for things to be posting tonight. We've got all of October's already posted and up on the website. November's is going to be going up over this week. And thanks for watching, my friends. Remember, if you've been following along, you made a ton of money today. You made a ton of money today if you've been following along. Now remember that rule of karma, okay? Make sure you make somebody's day. It's really important, right? This information is coming from supernatural, from non-physical beings, right? They don't mess around with people who misuse this stuff. Just to be forewarned. So, you know, rule of karma, 5% to somebody that isn't expecting it, 5% back to the channel. You can use our Cash App. There's also a PayPal donation link, I believe, in the description now, or you can do the Cash App to Kapproveb. 5% of the profits. Much appreciated. That shows gratitude to us for all the free work and hard work and dedication that me and my team have done. And most importantly, guys, remember what you do with that money. Make sure you spend it out of love. Don't cop out and say, oh, I need to do this. It doesn't feel right, but I need to do this, or this is going to happen. That's BS. That's the mind playing tricks on you. Do the right thing. Stay strong. Spend the money on what should be spent on. Do the right thing, my friends, and the universe will send it back to you tenfold in all directions. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Oh, well, we got more people. Maybe I'll stick around a little bit. If anybody has any questions, now would be the time to let me know before I head off. I'm going to record Bitcoin for October. Possibly Ethereum. I had a lot of comments for Ethereum, so as a thank you, I want to really make sure that I get that out to the people following Ethereum. A lot of really awesome comments, guys. If you were one of those people commenting about the Ethereum reading, thank you. Oh, I forget the camera's over here sometimes. Thank you. You guys are awesome. And then I'm also going to release Shipcoin likely. I want to release a stock. What stock should I release? AMC, I think I'll do. No questions from anybody? All right, my friends.